How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? It's John Wilkes Booth here. So, many people might wonder, why do you like Donald Trump? By the way, this is a fake accent that I'm doing, in case you didn't notice. Yeah, this is a fake accent. I'm that guy now, okay? I'm that guy now. Used to be over here, now I'm over there. I'm that guy now, okay? So, why do I like Donald? Well, I'll tell you why I like Donald, because he's a straight talker. He's a straight talker. He doesn't bullshit. He tells you like it is. Boom, right down the middle. He says this is how it's going to go. Boom, right down the middle. Okay? He tells you, he says, Mexico, we're going to have to build a wall. We're going to have to build a wall, and you're going to have to pay for it. Why did they have to pay for it? Because it's their goddamn fault that we got to build a wall in the first place. Okay? It's their fault. If it wasn't for them and the Zetas cartel lopping off heads on the other side of the border, stringing up bodies on the other side of the border, walking across with duffel sacks full of cocaine and walking back with AR-15s. If it wasn't for them, and they're the way that most of the people, and these smugglers and these cartels are the way that most of these people who get smuggled in the country get here in the first place. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have to build a goddamn wall. But it is what it is. They keep doing this shit. We got to build a wall. We don't want what's happening in Nuevo Laredo to happen in Laredo, Texas. My sister lived in Laredo, Texas. You know what? It's not that bad of a town. It's all right. It's all right. I mean, some people think it's a little iffy. It's all right. But Nuevo Laredo, forget about it. Forget about it. Okay? Fucking chopping off heads like crazy over there. Those Zetas, man, they don't fucking play. They don't play any games, okay? They run that country. Those cartels run the country. The federales, they're all paid off. That fucking president, that president that gave Trump shit, he's not even the real president of Mexico. The real president of Mexico has fucking gang tattoos all over him. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. But I like Trump because he's a straight talker. He's a straight talker. He tells you like it is. Like the working man, you know? He's like the working man, except he has a lot of money and a nice Armani suit. Okay? I aspire that one day I might be like Mr. Donald Trump and have a nice Armani suit of my own. Right now, I work in a trash can factory. But eventually, one day, I might have an Armani suit like Mr. Donald Trump. But first, we got to get rid of the riffraff, you know what I mean? But I mean, I think they give him a lot of shit, to be honest with you. I think they give him too much shit. They say, oh, how could you say ban Muslims? Now, granted, I don't think saying ban Muslims is the best. I don't think you should ban Muslims. I believe in the First Amendment of the Constitution. My accent's straying there. Oh, fuck it. I believe in the First Amendment of the Constitution, right? But I like the fact that he's a plain talking guy and he has the cojones to come out and just say fucking ban Muslims and doesn't get touched for it. Doesn't get doesn't get his campaign sunk over it. I like that. Because the media has been shaming everybody and fucking controlling the language and controlling the discourse in this country. And it's like you have to tiptoe around every other goddamn issue. And this guy's just coming out and saying, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, go fuck yourself. Here's 21 ways to go fuck yourself. That's what he's saying. And that's why we like him. That's why we like him. Obama's over there scratching his head. He's confused. He's like, how can the working class like Donald Trump? I almost went southern there. How can the working class... What if I did go southern? How can the working class like Donald Trump? Obama's over there scratching his head. How can they like him? How can they like Obama? I mean, Donald Trump. He's not a man of the people. I'm the man of the people. Come on. Come on. He's over there scratching his head. He's like, how can they like Donald Trump when he's an elitist wearing an Armani suit and he's a rich guy? He don't give two shits about them and they think he's their savior. How can they like him? You know why we like him? Because he's not fake like you, Mr. Obama. He's not fake. He comes out and he says, you know what? Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. And we relate to that because that's how we think. That's how we think. in our day-to-day lives. If I had to come up with a solution to solve the Mexico problem, I think a wall would probably be a pretty good solution, Mr. Obama. Now, I know you liberals like to think, well, a wall, what's a wall? A wall's not going to do nothing. The Mexicans will jump over it, or the Mexicans will dig under it. Well, you know what? You might as well say, don't send no border patrol agents down there neither, then, because them Mexicans just might get around them somehow. You know, the sneaky little devils. It's kind of defeatist, I think, to say, well, it's not going to stop everybody, so we might as well not do it. I think a wall is better than no wall. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. President? It's like saying, why have the Secret Service? Have you seen what happened to Kennedy? You know? I think a Secret Service is still better than no Secret Service. But, uh, but yeah. But yeah. I don't know. I don't know. This one's from Russia. This one's from Russia. This is very shaky. I don't know the Russian accent very well. But I know that they have this weird way of speaking. Where it's just kind of weird. You don't know. It's like they're in the back of their throats. It's like a little ghost in the back of their throats talking and coming out of your mouth. And you don't know. But in any way, I like Donald Trump. Why? Because he wants to establish good relations with Russia. Why not establish good relations with Russia? Who doesn't want this? I want to know. Who doesn't want this? You say, no, we have to be loyal to NATO. We have to be loyal to our NATO allies. Let me ask you something, my friend. Do you think we're still in the Cold War? Is it still 1989 in your head? Because the Cold War has been over for some time, my friend. What is the purpose of sticking with this NATO? What is the problem? We're in Russia, we do capitalism now. So what is the problem? Russia might be a very good ally to help us against ISIS. And yet we don't want to work with the Russians because we're like, oh no, you're mean to the gays. You're mean to the gays. You're too mean to the gays, so we can't work with you. Oh no, you took Crimea. Oh no, you took Georgia. Who gives a flying fuck about Crimea? Who cares about Georgia? Do we care? What do we get out of those countries? What do those countries ever offer to us? What have they ever given us? What are those Eastern Bloc countries going to do for the United States? What is NATO doing for the United States? You see, we went to war. We went to war in Iraq. We went to war in Afghanistan. What happened? We were the ones with the most manpower. We were the ones doing all the heavy lifting. Yes, England helps. Yes, they do. Yes, Canada helps. We want to keep our homies very close, dog. We want to keep our homies close, all right? We ain't dissing our homies, man.